Hello guys. Now that we learned about the put request and we tried it in the Postman tool, it's time to try out the same put request in the Rest Assured. So let's get started. We are in the Eclipse IDE and I have already created a put request class containing a test method with the name update book test. In this update book test, we will be writing our put request in Rest Assured. We start by mentioning the base URI that we need for the test as well as the request specification. Both of these we have written previously and it would be fruitful if we just copy it from the previous classes. Hence I navigate to the authentication class and copy it from there. Now that we have the base URI and the request, it's time to compose the request headers. We send the request headers to the server so that server is able to process the request we are sending. We will be sending basically two headers. The first header will be about authentication, wherein we will authenticate the user account that we are logging through, and the second one will be content type which we want server to interpret our request body as. In the request header, if you remember, we had sent the header value as authorization and we had sent the value as the phrase basic along with the encoded the username and password. The username was toolsqatest with the password and that got encoded as this string in the header value. The same thing we are going to do in Rest Assured. Thus we write request.header. We mention the header name as authorization and we can copy the header value from the Postman tool itself. Now that we have basic authentication clarified, the next header that we need to send along is content type. So we have specified the headers. Now it's time to write request body that we need to send along. If you remember, in Postman tool we had sent the request body with the user ID and ISBN. So we are going to reuse the same. So let me copy that. Small thing that I wanted to touch upon is the path variable value that we are passing the ISBN. As you can see, it is followed by a colon and ISBN. The same one, if we were to just copy it from the value of the ISBN and paste it in the request URI, it would just work the same. As you can see, the path variable here vanished, and if we were to send the request, it would still work the same. That being said, we can proceed with a rest assured code for the request body. Now the next step will be to compose a request to send to the server. So we start by invoking the request object that we have and call upon body method to mention the request body we need to send along with the request. In our case, the request body will be the replacement details that we wish to send along, which contains the user ID and ISBN. Next, we need to specify the path to which we want to send the request to, and since we are writing the put request, so we will select the put method along with the URI as a parameter. In the parameter for URI, we need to mention the part of the request that we need to send along. In this case, it will be bookstore version 1 books for us, along with the ISBN ID which the user already has. Now that we have composed request with request body along with path to which the request should be sent to, we will now capture the response we are receiving from the server in a response object. We will be capturing the response we receive in the replace books response object. We do the necessary import. In the put request that we have composed, the book ID that the user already has, that is the one ending in 62, will get replaced by the replacement details we are sending for the respective user ID. Another thing to note over here in the response received from the server when it comes to put request is that when it sends a status code of 204, what it does is that it does not send along content with it. it just sends a successful message to us in the form of status code, that is 204. If it sends a status code of 200, which we saw in our Postman request, as you can see over here, we received the content along with it, which is basically the response body, wherein the updated value is mentioned here with the ISBN, as you can see here, for that particular user ID. And lastly, if the details that we had sent along in the request were not correct, then we get 400 as the status code, that is indicating that the data we had supplied was invalid. So these are the various status codes that are received in a put request, which you can see. In the implementation for this particular API, we are getting a 200 status along with the content. Having understood this, let us move back to our rest assured code and write down the remaining part of the code. This is the response object that we have composed. Right now, let us write an assertion and confirm if we are getting a 200 status code. In the expected value for us, it will be 200, since that's the status code that we are expecting, and the actual value will be basically the response object followed by get status code method, which will derive the status code we are receiving in the response. Lastly, let us simply print out the response we are receiving from the server, which will help us to understand the response we are getting is the one that we are desiring. Thus, we use the prettyprint method. Having done all of this, to ensure that everything we have done is right, we need to run the test and see how it goes. So let us run this as a JUnit test. There we see the response has passed. Let me maximize it. There we see that this particular book ending in 18 has got added to the user ID of this with the username toolsqa_test. And that indicates that the put request we had created with the rest assured has been successful, and we got a success message as expected. Now that the put request got successfully executed, one of the things that we missed on was the basic authentication. For basic authentication, we had copied it from the request header, that is right over here, the value we had copied and pasted it as a header value for our request. But instead of doing that, what we can do is create our own code and use it as a rest assured code to create an encoded string for basic authentication. Fortunately for us, we have already done that when we created our authentication class in the basic authentication. So right now what we are going to do is copy the same code snippet from authentication class and paste it as a part of this put request. We go back to the authentication class. As you can see, this is the code snippet that we had used. We had given the credentials and those got encoded. Once encoded, they had passed as a header value. Something similar we are going to do in our put request. So let us quickly copy them and paste it right after our request composition. That is the request that we have over here. Now that we have done that, we can see the header over here is getting redundant because we are passing the encoded credential already, and we have to pass the content type. So the redundant code will be removed right now. And now we have our request ready with the encoded credential as string. Thus, when we revisit the request, what we have done is that we have composed the request, supplied the credentials. Later on, we have encoded those credentials and are passing as a basic authentication in our authorization header. To confirm if everything we have done so far with the code changes is alright, what we are going to do is save the class and run it as a JUnit test. The test got executed. It returned a successful message along with the response body as we had expected. Thus, we can summarize that the put request has been successfully sent with the encoded credentials written in the code format instead of copying them from Postman tool.